There are different reactions on this on your screen. Just click on one of them. Thank you so much, everyone. Welcome to today's session. My name is Treasure. I am the lead here at Analytics Business. And today we're going to be having a phenomenal session. We're going to be talking about AI. We're also going to be bringing one of our students up to show you what they've learned end to end in this particular program. Okay. I went through the chats just a few minutes ago. I saw someone ask about if the platform the individual was using in the testimonial is NA10. Yes, that is NA10. So NA10 is one of the tools that we teach, but we'll talk about that way after. Okay, what he was showing is basically he's working in a university, and in a university there are thousands and thousands of students. So if you're looking to grade in the university, it's going to take a lot of time to go through the thousands of students. But what if you can do that in a matter of minutes? And he was able to do that, creating a workflow using NA10. If you want to watch more on that, you can check our YouTube channel, 1096 Business. There are quite a number of testimonial videos for you to go through. But that is by the way. Today we're focusing on end-to-end to show you one of our students' achievements in terms of being able to create a workflow that sends out job offer letters to new hire. So this is for the HR space. And apart from that, I personally was speaking on the AI space and how it can benefit you, how you can monetize your skills. Okay, even if you are a doctor, a teacher, an education person, basically, how can you infuse AI into your process and at the end of the day monetize your skills? Because everybody's looking for a better pay. If you're not looking for a better pay, you're looking to improve your business, you're looking to analyze your business and ensure end-to-end that it is meeting business goals and objective. Okay, that being said, like I mentioned, my name is Treasure and I will be anchoring and I'll still speak later on in the session. So my colleague Deborah is dropping the attendance form. Please ensure that you fill that form. It is really, really important. If you're looking to get recordings of this session, I will also be presenting my materials. So if you also want to get that as well, just fill out the form and at the end of the session, you would get it. Okay. All right. That being said, welcome each and every one of you. If this is the first time that you have heard about Analytics Business or Analytics itself, please drop a 1 in the chat. I want everybody to be super awake for this session because it is going to be mind-blowing. So just go to the chat section. You can drop a 1 if this is the first time you're hearing about Analytics. You can drop a 0 if you're an OG. There's people that joined our masterclass end-to-end. Okay, thank you so much. I can see Tolu. Tolu dropped a 1. Emmanuel 1. I can see over 50 people on this call. Please, I need a lot of reaction. I need you to be fully engaged because what we really practice here in Analytics Business is active participation. And for you to actively participate, you need to take on certain tasks and activities. Okay? All right. I can see a lot of 1s. Please, if you have any comments, you can drop it on the chat. Unfortunately, I can't unmute mic for everyone because people will be leaving. Some people joining and they don't, mute their mic. So just to make sure that everything is easily coordinated, you can drop any of the information on the chat. Okay, so Tolu 1, Emmanuel 1, Jonathan 0, Ande 1. Okay. We have quite a lot of newcomers. From me to you, on behalf of Analytics Business, welcome to the session. It is very great to know that you took out time on a Friday evening where you could be doing any other thing to join this session. I'm so happy and so glad to be anchoring this conversation. Okay, so now that you've dropped the 1s and the 0s, please just ensure that you fill the attendance form. It is very, very important. Just get that sorted out. So once we're sending the emails, we send you the recording, send you all the necessary information to get started. So for all my newcomers in the house and even for the old ones, this is also a networking platform. Please, I want to know where you're joining us from. Okay, so my name is Treasure Akyopo and I am joining from Lagos, Nigeria. So I want to know where each and every one of you beautiful humans are joining us from. So you can put it in the chat, your name and where you're joining us from, because we always have people from across Nigeria and even across the globe. So it'll be nice to meet you all. Please, let's just get into that. Let's get into that. Hi, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, where are you joining us from? I'd love to know where you're joining us from. Okay, responses are flowing in. Fantastic. Hi, Joshua Mark. I think we've had a conversation in the prior session. So welcome to today's session as well. Hi, really one. You've joined our session. You're an OG. Hi, Emmanuel from Calabar. We have Olamide from Auchi, that's Edo State. So very much welcome to you. Hi, Taye from Lagos. We have Samuel Omochi joining you from Togo. Fantastic. We have people across Africa. Lovely to have you here. We have Jonathan from Abuja. We have Gospel from Bayelsa. We have Kinsley from Aba. We have Ado from Kano. We have Guido from AKS. I don't know what that abbreviation stands for, but welcome to today's session. Hi, Peter from Lagos. Patience from Abuja. Johnson from River State. We have a lot of people. I don't think I can go through all this, but John from Castina, Akorede. And if I don't mention where you're joining us from, please know that I highly, highly appreciate you joining today's session. It's gonna be at least our session tops. Okay, so we'll go through the process end to end, all the information you need to know, all the information you need to have, and basically how to improve your skills. We would get into discussing that. That being said, and thank you so much for participating. I'm gonna go ahead to share my screen, and then we can kickstart the process end to end. Okay. Please let me know when you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, please give me a thumbs up. If you can see my screen, give me a thumbs up. All right, all right. I'm loving the energy. I love how actively involved you guys are. It feels like it's going to be a very interactive session, and I can't wait to proceed. Okay, so uh, patient said, please, is there a one-on-one session? Because someone keeps calling me to join in. No, this is the training session. This is the master class. It could be from the WhatsApp group. Just giving you a reminder to join the session. So this is the only session we're having, but we have a clarity session also ongoing. So it could also be that particular one as well. So just checking, if you registered for a clarity session, you should have gotten an email redirecting you with the link and all. So that's the other session we have ongoing. Okay. All right. So back to today's session. Okay, we are having a live demo where we showcase what our projects our students have done. So this is a project showcase end to end. Okay, building a particular workflow, but this is going to showcase something in the HR space. So we've had individuals in the financial space, legal space, medical space all join our programs. If it's if it's whatever sector you are in, you can always automate your process using AI. AI is even on this call right now. We have Gemini transcribing. We have note takers. I can't even count how many note takers. We have note takers on this call. And at the end of the day, we're going to have the recording sent across to you. How are all these going to be achieved? And that's where you have artificial intelligence. I don't feel like that topic has been overflogged enough because people don't yet see the relevance, especially people in our home country, Nigeria. They still feel like they can do things manually and get away with it. They still feel like they can spend 8 hours, 9 hours, 2 weeks doing different activities, and they're okay with that. But we sort of moved away from that. And right now, even top companies are asking that you have the necessary AI skills to be able to go on with your activities. And if you don't have that, it just places you at a disadvantage. Okay. So now that you've been fortunate enough to get on this call, let's have a heart-to-heart, a tete-a-tete talk about AI, and then see all the possibilities it can help you with. It could be either in your business, or if you're looking to also transition in tech, or if you're looking to get a side paying job. All of this we're going to speak about in today's session. Okay, so today's session is majorly going to look at a practical demo session talking about AI skills. Okay, I am an AI projects manager and I handle projects across the globe: US, UK, Canada, Spain, quite a number of places. Okay, so having to infuse AI into my projects has been a very strong improvement on how I do my activities. And I want to also help you, whatever field you are in. You could be a data analyst, you could be a student, you could be a football coach, you could be in the sports industry. How can you implement AI in those processes? And that's what we're going to be looking at end to end. So let's do a bit of run through end to end and who is presenting this to you. So why do we feel like we have what's the word now? we have the actual technical capacity to speak to you about this. What is this organization? A number of people might know Tenalytics, and Tenalytics business is an offshoot of Tenalytics. And what we majorly look at is helping individuals, helping businesses acquire the necessary professional skills, in demand skills. So it is not skills that are declining, because we have a lot of skills that are declining, like data entry skills, and I'm not saying data analytics, right? Data entry specialists, that's a repetitive task. Okay, so now there are now AI aspects or AI tools that you can use end to end, so that you don't have to do things over and over again. And if you are typically doing that before, how can you improve on it end to end? Okay, so Tenalytics business is focusing on the in demand skills. That's why you see AI at the forefront. That's why you see like data skills in our curriculum. You see things like project management, business analysis, because these are courses that are looking to grow. Looking at the World Economic Forum, the information that was published, these are the information, these are the curriculum and thought processes and courses that would grow by the year 2030. And we don't want to leave you out of that. Okay. So Tenalytics business focuses on courses that are in demand, helping you get practical skill knowledge. It is not a Coursera course where you watch videos and that will be the end of it. No, we are actively looking at, oh, how can we help you? Hold your hand. I'm a beginner. I've never done this before. Hold your hand from the starting point, have the necessary skill sets, make sure that you are job ready. For those who are looking to get or transition to a new role, make sure that you are job ready. Make sure that you have all the employability skills. Make sure your LinkedIn is looking all right. Because if I've been checking a lot of people's LinkedIn profile, it is nothing to write home about. Looking at your CVs, looking at your project portfolio, because you are looking to be an AI automation specialist, you're looking to be an AI data analyst, but what is your CV really saying? Do you have the necessary skill sets? Do you have the necessary experience? If I go to your LinkedIn profile, is there any AI projects that I can see on there? Oh, posting on LinkedIn is cringe. Yeah, we've heard that, but people get jobs on a daily basis because they are actively building in public. And these are the things that we encourage you to do. These are the things that would also tell you to focus on getting into tech. And this is what we do in Tenalytics business. So we're looking at giving you the practical skill set, giving you a certificate that you can use anywhere in the world to apply for those dream roles, those 60K USD roles that you've been hearing about. I promise you, it is very much achievable. It is very, very much achievable, but there are steps and processes to get into that point. And that's what we look to do here at Tenalytics business. Okay, so moving on from that, oh yeah, I need to talk about myself. Okay, so my name is Treasure, and I am leading the team at Tenalytics Business. So like I mentioned earlier, I'm a project manager. I've worked in consulting and partnership. I've worked across different countries. To be very honest, I've been very fortunate to work with top organizations. At some point, I also worked with Microsoft and Google, helping them with different projects across the US, Europe, helping train individuals for hackathons. And then I've also worked with a marketing organization. So let's just say I've worn way too many hats. And now I'm in the edtech space, helping people transition and get into tech. Okay, so that's a bit about me. I don't want to bore you guys about who I am. You can check me out on LinkedIn. You'll see me on there, Treasure Akiopo, and you can connect with me if you have any questions. If you're looking to train your organizations as well, your staff on certain skill sets, you can also, do well to let me know. And we also provide consultation services here at Tenalytics Business. So after this session, what are you looking to get out of this session? You didn't just waste your time coming on here. We need to have a plan on what you need to benefit from at the end of this session. Okay, what you're looking to benefit: one, how can you apply AI in the real world sense? It's not ChatGPT, called AI Gemini. Yeah, that's the basic. Those are beginner friendly AI tools. They are the core AI tools that a lot of people are scared about, that if you actually get into, you would love it. It would save you so much. When I heard of N8N the first time that I created a workflow on N8N, oh my God, I did it almost 10 times because I was watching YouTube videos to sort of get through it. But then after I was able to create my workflow, till now, it still serves me as a project manager. And that's what we want to get you to that stage. If you're looking to apply for jobs and you're spending day in, day out, going to hundreds of applications, you don't need to do that. It's not the time and age to be focusing on that. And that's where you're going to learn. That's what you're going to learn here. end to end in regards to this particular master class. So you're going to be seeing how students, different students, are able to apply AI to solve real world problems, and how that affects your own learning journey. So a lot of people are looking to upskill. They don't really know where to get started because there's a lot of information out there. Oh, do this, do that. This is what you need to do. But you need to filter through those information to something that actually matters to you and would help your business end to end. Okay, so that's one of the things we're focusing on this session. The next thing is, yeah, end-to-end processes to build beginner-friendly AI projects. So you don't need to be the next ChatGPT or Gemini related automation workflow. No, 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 no. There's nothing crazy you need to. The simple things. Oh, I want to send an email to 1,000 people. If you go to Google, Google already has Google Mail Merge to do that. I want to send personalized emails to this set of people. Or if someone sends something to me, I want them to get it won't be an automated response. It will be a personalized automated response. Okay, there are chatbots to do that. There are AI tools to do that, but not a lot of people are quite knowledgeable on this aspect, and that's why you're going to be here in today's session. And then finally, you want to understand how an analytics business can help you with those necessary skill sets to get you to that point where you can grow your AI career. So, like I mentioned, there are a lot of pathways for these AI related roles. You don't need to just get a full-time role. You can get freelancing opportunities. You can build your own teaching line, so to say. If I know how to use N8N very well, I can create my teaching line out of that. And then finally, the workflows that you're creating, you can sell it. Okay. So we created a particular workflow that helps. If you go to our WhatsApp group, you see that a lot of people are being tagged. That's a WhatsApp chatbot. That WhatsApp chatbot can send you direct messages. It can send you direct messages with file. Okay. It can help call people. So if you can have these different products, you can sell it to organizations as well. These are some of the things you're going to be learning with the use of AI, and that's why you are fortunate to also be in this session. Okay, if you are with me so far, I want to know that you are not sleeping. I need your thumbs up. I need your favorite reaction. Let me have it. Okay, we have Ajibala, thank God. I need more response. Esther, we have Call, we have Josh, Mark, Adepoju. Thank you so much, everyone. And please, my colleagues are still dropping the attendance form. It is very important that you fill that. So you have access to the materials we're going to be using. You have access to the recording of the session. If not, we won't be able to send that to you. Okay. So now moving on to the next aspect. I want to know what AI tools that everybody on this call is using. So let me know the AI tools that you are using so currently. If it's Gemini, please drop it in the chat. Let's see what you are using so far. What are the AI tools that you are making use of? Please, let's have it. Okay, Mark says Gemini. Okay. Okay, Taya says ChatGPT. Okay, please let's have. I want to know what you are on. ChatGPT, Gemini, Notebook, LM, ChatGPT, Igwe says ChatGPT, Abdul, Afiz, ChatGPT, everybody, ChatGPT. Okay. All right, something new. Meta AI and DeepSeek. DeepSeek, we have ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, DeepSeek. Please, feel free. Drop it in the chat. Let's know what you are using end to end. I want to understand what each and everyone here is using for the AI tools. All right, thank you. Fantastic. Let's keep having it. Okay, what of those of us new to this? Just to tell you, if you are okay, sorry, I forgot there's another category. If you have not used any AI tools end to end, please drop NO. Let's see. Please, this is not to shame anyone or just I want to understand the caliber of people that we have on this session. It's just easier to know how we flow into this. Okay? All right. Please, if you've not dropped, you can drop a no. You can if you want to drop a no, drop a thumbs down. If you don't make use of AI at all, or you are scared of AI, or you feel like it's gonna take your role or whatever situation, please thumbs down. If you don't want to, put your information, just do a thumbs down so that we can know the individuals we have on here. Okay, that being said, I see a lot of people with ChatGPT. If I should run this analysis, we have about 70-80% of people on this call with ChatGPT knowledge. Majority of others, Gemini, Claude. I see very few DeepSeek, Lovable, Perplexity, Yameka. That's very nice. Grok, Perplexity. I think that's pretty good. So based off the people that have dropped their information end to end, it basically shows that a lot of people here are beginners, so to say, when it comes to the use of AI. And this is not to shame you. Fantastic that you've even started using ChatGPT, because I know a lot of people that I have as friends that still say, "Oh, I can't make use of ChatGPT. It's not. I don't know how to go through it." And these are people that are working in this tech space. So please help me understand how that makes sense. Okay. So, like I mentioned, this is not to shame. This is just to understand where you are at and how you can grow from that stage. ChatGPT is fantastic. It's a very fantastic tool. It is your own personal AI assistant to help you achieve your simple tasks. Okay, because I have people that, oh, my boss sends me an email, Treasure, I need you to do this, this, and this. If I want to respond in a respectful manner, I want to, go through all that, I go to ChatGPT, do this, give me an email, short, direct. But even in that sense, it is not specific enough. And ChatGPT is funny enough, is garbage in, garbage out. If you are not giving it the right prompt, I promise you, you're going to struggle. You would have to give it 1,000 emails over and over again. And then, so you have to send 1,000 messages over and over again, and it doesn't give you the appropriate response. Okay. So now I want to understand, for people who are beginners, can you, we've been hearing about AI for quite a while. Can you help me understand why you've used or you are using just ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and all that? If you can drop it in the chat, that would be fantastic. If you are using just ChatGPT, Gemini, please just drop in the chat why you sort of focus on these specific tools. Let me get an understanding and a feel of the house. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Ado says ChatGPT is one of the best. Agreed. There's other substitutes, but ChatGPT is a really good one, and it's one that is quite common. That's what a lot of people are using. So please let me know in the chat why you are using the specific tools that you are using at the moment. ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Grok, Perplexity. Why are you using this? Okay, really one said for simpler prompts and assistance. Fantastic. You see tech books saying richer language models, smarter intelligence, ChatGPT for research and study. I use 13. Yamek, at this point, you're just showing off. So please, I'm just going to skip through that. Isaac, user-friendly. Copilot is great. Yeah, Copilot is great too. And it is embedded in Microsoft too. It's the only one I know. Nah, there is 1,001 AI. Like every day I wake up, I hear new tools and I have to research, oh, what is this about? For me to get end to end, how it's beneficial to me. Okay, so let's get it. It is user friendly. Okay, let's have it. Let's see. User friendly, DeepSeek. Does anyone want to unmute their mic and speak on why they are using the specific tools that they are using? Because it gives me results. Yes, obviously, it's going to give you results to your problem. It's a solution. It's a solution oriented tool rather. Yeah, Mecca, I would really love to hear what you have to say in regard this, because you're using 13 tools and I want to know how it has been for you so far. This is a very interactive session. Before the students that is presenting comes up, I want to get a feel of the individuals on here. So, Yameka, I'm going to give you the floor. You use 13 tools. Please go ahead and mute your mic. Let's know what 13 tools you are using and how it has been able to benefit you end to end. Hi, Yameka. You can unmute your mic now and go ahead. Yameka, are you there? Okay, seriously, I'm cooking. Oh, okay, no worries. Mind tunes. I would assume that you want to speak, so let's give you the floor. Mind tunes. Okay, mind tunes, please go ahead. Hi, mind tunes, are you there? Mind tunes, are you there? Okay. Everyone that is raising their hands is not speaking. See, let's have blessing then. Okay. Blessing, please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I use ChatGPT for me.
Just ChatGPT.
Good evening. Yeah, I use everything. I use ChatGPT. I use Grok. I use Gemini. I use DeepSeek. I use Copilot.
Okay. So what would you say you use them specifically for, and how has it helped you so far?
For me, it depends on the the kind of task I want to achieve. So I
Okay.
find for example, ChatGPT. I find ChatGPT more friendly user, like more more of human in a way that the response and everything it sounds and it's just like more of, yeah, talking to a humanoid. That's how
Mm.
ChatGPT much more interact with me. Unlike
ChatGPT feels like a
DeepSeek,
human. Is that what you said?
kind of more, yeah, in his response is more of like human, like he interacts more of like human. You're talking to like human to human. Unlike DeepSeek, are you there? Can I continue?
Yeah, please go on for sure.
Yeah. Unlike DeepSeek, I find DeepSeek still more of a robotic in a way of you interacting is, but it's going to give you, or like the one that is going to like give you like suggestion of human, like the way human is going to suggest things for you. Where if you ask a question from a human being, whereby the way it's going to put it out to you. Unlike DeepSeek is more of still more of robotic, or like more of, and I would say AI, putting a response out in a AI like.
Okay. All right. Thank you so
Mhm.
much. I think that's interesting. All these AI tools have their own different good fits. Some of the tools that you all have not mentioned, like Bricks AI, like Zebra AI, Quadratic AI, that's data analytics related. If you're in project management, there's Notion AI, there's Perplexity, there's Asana. If you're a business analyst, there's just quite a number of them. And if you are those that are looking for, oh, how can I build a website and application without actually writing a line of code, stealing front end and back end job, yeah, we have them. That's what you call vibe coding. If you check out Replit, you can prompt Replit and to create an entire website for you end to end. You would have your own process, everything that you need. It will function like an actual website. So there are just quite a number of them that we've not even touched on. Okay. But Blessing, thank you so much for your input. I think that is fantastic. So Tech Book, I feel like you also want to speak because I saw your comment. So I'm just going to make you a co-host so you can go ahead with your comments. All right. So Tech Book, let's have you. Hi Tech Book, are you there?
Okay,
Okay.
yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Okay.
Um, I consider ChatGPT very, very efficient compared to other AI tools,
Okay.
and it's for the following reasons. One is that ChatGPT kind of tends to understand the direction of, or let me say, tends to understand one's expectation upfront. You don't have to craft, a very good prompt before you get your, your desired output, right? And I have used it in emailing most of the
Mm-hmm.
time, especially uh, uh, working remotely for Canadian firms. And when you are dealing with the whites, there's a way you have to sound. You have to observe courtesy, respect, and all that, and which um, may not come handy if I had to compose my own email. But then all I just have to do is tell ChatGPT, okay, the recipient of this letter is based in so and so place, and I want you to come up with an email that is suitable and all that, and then it will just give me. And over time, it had worked because how do I know? It is because when the email goes out, I get the expected results, right? And so compared to, I've tried to use other AI tools, but most of the time it doesn't kind of give me that email structure that would serve the purpose for which I'm writing that email. So and I don't have to come up with extensive or complex, what's it called, prompts. I just, one or two lines, and then ChatGPT will just give me a fantastic app. And another reason is because it's customizable. beyond sending prompts and getting out, you can actually do a kind of miniature back end customization. ChatGPT allows you to do what we call um, I can't recall, I can't, remember that now. But then what I'm trying to say is that you could actually tell ChatGPT, you can expand the capacity or the capability of ChatGPT by just, pressing one or two settings at the back end, and then it will improve on its operation. So that's flexibility, allows for effective and upgrade of capacity and everything. So it kind of make me love ChatGPT. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. And I agree with you 1,000%. I remember having to deal with hackathons and we're sending grant proposals to some of the partners that I earlier mentioned. Okay. And then most of the information, even when I wanted to communicate in Spanish, I don't speak Spanish, I'm not a polyglot, but I had to, replicate the messages as many times as possible. And to ensure that I'm, maintaining the tone, maintaining the respectfulness, so to say, because you're speaking with foreigners and foreigners already have a mindset of who you are. You're already having to defend yourself as a black person, being in a midst of multiple white people, and they want to see, oh, can you live up to that standard? If you are presenting, can you live up to that standard as well? But making your presentation, making your reports end to end, and then you able to show, putting into your emails. That is what ChatGPT, not even just ChatGPT, AI in general can do for you. So I think that AI is a very fantastic tool, and trying to understand this platform initially that I was unable to. Okay, all right. So that is why AI tools are super super important. It makes your life easy. If you don't like stress, AI tools would help you achieve that on a grand scale. So I think that is why AI tools is super super important. I see a lot of comments, so you can drop your information in the chat. So I just want us to go ahead to the main hit of today. I love the interactiveness of this class, but let's also show you in real time how you can benefit from AI end to end. Okay, so we have one of our students here who is going to be running through her projects that she created. And this is a HR professional, a top-notch HR professional, and she'll be walking us through the presentation using NA10. Okay, so for a lot of people that have been asking me about NA10, I have worked with NA10. I have loved using NA10, and I keep talking about it because of how flexible it is, the more complicated workflows you have on it. And the good thing is I don't write a single line of code. I am a no-code tech person, and I can easily and comfortably do my workflows, create my websites. Like I mentioned earlier, there's Replit. Someone asked on the chat, oh, what are the data analytics tools? There is Bricks AI, there is Zebra AI, there's Quadratic AI. But we'll get to that conversation a whole lot further from now. But now I just want to introduce you to the students that will be discussing with us today. Her name is Hafisat, and she is a HR professional, and she'll be taking us on just a short demo end to end on how you can make use of NA10 and how you can use it to show or send out job offer letters to new hires. That's just one step. Even before you even get to this step, you can use AI to screen individuals. So if you have been applying for roles, a lot of people, when I was applying for roles, the typical message you see is hello. Unfortunately, once you say unfortunately, I've closed that message because I know it's not positive. But all that is not even the recruiter. It is an ATS system. There's an ATS system that runs based off AI. They have to give it necessary information. Oh, these are the things I'm looking out for. If this CV does not have 5 years worth of experience in what I'll use project management because that's my core basis, or doesn't have stakeholder management, resource allocation, someone that has worked with $5 million budget, please move them to no. And yeah, that's basically how the workflow will run end to end. But that's one aspect to it. Today, we're going to focus on how you can use AI to send out letters without having to do a day's job on that aspect. Okay. So that being said, I'm going to call on Hafisat. Hafisat, if you're there, you can turn on your mic, turn on your video, and let's have your presentation. Hi, Hafisat. Are you there? Hi, Hafisat. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Good evening, Treasure.
All right. It's so nice to see your beautiful face. Let me put on my glasses so I can see you clearly. It is a pleasure to have you on today's call. So like I mentioned, Afisat is going to be walking us through a demo project in terms of what she was able to learn and then what she's also implementing in her day-to-day activities. And at the end of that, we'll have a conversation on how you can monetize the different AI skills. That being said, hi Afisat, over to you. Let's have your presentation.
Thank you so much, Treasure. Good evening, everyone. I'm excited to be here. It's a pleasure. We all know AI has come to stay, and the future belongs to people who are able to leverage it. So my time with analytics has been really great, and for someone that has no experience in coding in tech, I had a fear. But when I came on board, I learned everything from scratch, and there's a non-code system like she earlier mentioned. So I'll be working you through a system platform called Anytime. Anytime is a platform that allows you to automate processes. So that way you can easily create and avoid the manual process of creating systems or implementing processes like sending offer letters, onboarding, reviewing CVs, and sending job, contracts to different employees. So the whole essence is to show you as little as I can how automation can really simplify our tasks as HR professionals. So I'll be sharing my screen so that you can see everything that I'll be talking about. Okay. Try please kindly confirm you can see my screen.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. Welcome to my NA10 platform. So what you can see here on your screen is the NA10 local host dashboard. So this is the NA10 for me, for Afisat that is for me, like it's personalized, right? So on this particular automation, this particular automation, the aim is for you to fill in candidate information when an applicant comes into an organization, maybe your company. Let's use XYZ company, for example. An applicant comes in, the applicant performs well, and you want to send an offer letter. But we all know that in recruitment, right, there's a process to recruitment. There's usually a hiring manager, there's usually a recruitment officer, HR officer before the HR manager, or sometimes head HR. So this process, this automation allows you to manually enter the information of the said applicants through a template that you've created earlier. You can easily create. So let me walk you through it step by step. And as time goes on, I'll explain. So the first step is in this automation process is to come to a blank document, click on a blank document like this. You can import your company's letterhead. Your company's letter, you can write a template of the message you want to send to each new hire. So for every company, I believe every company has a automated system, or rather a particular template in which they send offer letters. So for example, for the sake of this automation, this is the template I created just for the sake of um, this presentation. So I'll be walking you through the template so that you can see and understand how you can modify it to suit your company or the need that you might have at the moment. So in this template, you will notice that I created a template called Dear Candidate. So this candidate is in brackets, right? So in the automation, I'll be showing you how I'm going to use one of uh, one of the attendants in this particular room, I'll be using one of your information so that you can receive this particular appointment letter in real time with your information, with your email address, and the proposed salary that you want. So I created the template that says "Dear candidate." It's to impute the candidate's name. You will see how I will do that. I created the template saying that we are pleased to offer you the position will be imputed, the salary will be automatically imputed, that we believe in your skills and experience to make you a strong fit for this role on our team. So also the joining dates will be included in the automation. You see that. Then, in all contracts, when we send in an appointment letter, right, we all expect the proposed new hire to send us the signed contract, right? So that we can know that they are a part of us. We can start preparing for the onboarding. So this will also be included in the automation. It will be filled in automatically. Then the date it was sent, it will be filled in. Then the signature, the sign of congratulations, best regards, Afisat Olongwebe, HR manager. So this is a template I created through Google Docs. It's important to know that it's Google Docs that I'm using for this particular automation. So what I had to do is, after creating this template, of course, like I said, you can create this to be anything that you want. You can add your company's letterhead, you can make it to be 5 pages, 10 pages, as much as you want. So I came back to my Google Drive rather, and I came to create a folder. So this folder is called appointment letter folder. So this folder is important that I create this folder so that it can work hand in hand with this automation. So that being said, I'll be going back to the automation. So the aim of this automation is to create an automated offer letter. So that way you bring in and fill in the candidate information that you want to hire. There's a part, if you notice, this platform, like we said, is a no-code platform, right? So we call this particular system nodes. This first node is the submission node where you fill in the information. The whole process will be explained to you as time goes on, and you get to experience it in real life. So what happens is, after you've created the form, it collects this candidate information, takes it and go to the template I had shown earlier to create a copy with the information that you've entered. After that, it uploads this candidate's appointment letter and it saves it to your Google Drive. After the Google Drive, it uploads this as a PDF. It converts it to a PDF because we don't want to send an offer letter that is scattered in Microsoft. Of course, we send in PDF. So it uploads it as a PDF to your Google Drive. Then now the interesting part, it sends a message to the HR manager or the head of HR. So it's not like one person just wakes up in the HR team and sends an appointment letter. There's actually an approval process, also automated. This approval process, the HR manager gets a mail saying that, do you want to approve or decline this particular appointment? Instead of sending multiple emails and, wasting time and all, we are breaking down that because the HR manager gets an automated email and can click a button and the button automatically responds back to this automation. So I'll be going through the whole process now. So Treasure, please, I would like to use, for the sake of this, I would like to use one of attendees' email address and information. So I would like someone to unmute and give me their information so that they can experience it in real time and understand what we are trying to do here.
All right. So who is going to volunteer so that I can make you a co-host and we can walk you through this process? If you want to drop your email, just raise your hand and we would get started. Please, this is interactive. Everyone should be very much in this, dropping their emails. Drop your email so that I know that you're interested in going through this process end to end. We are waiting. All right, Really One. That was the first person I saw. So I'm going to make Really One co-host. So Really One, you should be able to speak. Okay. If we're not fast enough, I asked that question Really One was the first person. So you can take Really One's email, the first one. Really One, please, can you unmute your mic so that we can walk the process alongside you?
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Okay. All right. Happy start. Over to you.
Okay, thank you. So please, guys, I would really appreciate if you pay attention. It's quite interesting, and you see how you can automate this process faster. So please, I'll be asking you questions, Really One. Are you there with me?
All right. Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so this automation, for it to come to life, excuse me, for it to come to life, we have to go on something called, click on this button called execute workflow, right? So we all know that to create a process, most time you usually have to use a Google Sheet, but this system is so advanced that I'm not even using a Google Sheet. I have decided to use an on-time submission form. So to start, once you click on this execute workflow, I'm in class. You can see it's created an automated form. Can you see my screen? It says generate appointment letter, right? So once you fill in this candidate information, any candidate information that is here, once there's an approval, the candidates will get an automated offer letter with their information. So, real one, please give me all the details. What's your name?
Really want to go in.
I didn't get that, please.
Really want to go in.
Odunyemi.
Ogunyemi. Ogun.
Okay. Ogunyemi. Okay. So what position would you like to be hired for?
AI automation engineer.
Oh, interesting. I love that. Okay, what salary?
$50,000 annually.
$2,000. It has to be in naira. No, just call it a figure. We are using
In,
figures now.
okay, in Naira.
Just any
Okay,
figure.
1
2
million.
million, 1 million. Okay, that's okay. All right. Okay, so what date would you like to join?
First of December.
1st of December. Okay. Okay, so we'll determine the date we want you to send the signed contract. So I want you to send it tomorrow. So
All right.
right. So I need your email address. Okay, I think I can just copy back to select your email address. I hope you can see this. Is your email address correct? Hello, everyone. Are you with me?
Yes, yes, it's correct.
Okay. So I want to do something now. For my screen, you will notice that I erased some of your information, but it's telling me enter a valid email address in this field. That's to show you that this particular form is responsive and it needs accurate data for it to work. So even if you just come here to just put in any of information and you're not putting a valid email address, it won't work. So it's not just about creating a system, it's creating a system that actually works. Do you get that? So I've inputted your email address, I've submitted. Okay, they said there's a problem. I'll try to. So I have to pin the information again. So quickly, your name is Real One Ogunyemi, right?
Yes.
All right. The position is said AI automation engineer. Right. The salary is said 1 million. Your joining date December 1st, 2025. I want you to send it back November 29, 2025. Your email address, I think I've copied that before. So I've submitted the form. So you can see the nodes are executing. The first one clicked, right? The Google Drive has clicked. So it has created your information, is uploading to the Google, it's converting to PDF. So now if you notice these nodes, we call them nodes. There's a trigger, right? The trigger is the automated system. There's a trigger from this node to this node because they are connected. If you see the arrow, you see that there's a connection. So immediately I enter that candidate's information, which is your information, it sends it, it goes to my Google Drive, the drive I showed earlier, picks up that template I had created, inputs the information. If you notice, all the information are asterisked as important, inputs those information, put it in that um automated appointment letter that I created. It will upload that candidate appointment letter. It will save it to my Google Drive. Now, after saving it to my Google Drive, so upload it as a PDF and send it to Google Drive. Now, if you notice, it stopped here. It stopped here because this particular point is where it's waiting for an approval from the HR manager. So I'll be going to my email, my second email, to see the approval message, how it comes in and how it looks like in real time. So this is my email address. So if you notice, you realize there's a new email now. Can you see that? So opening it now, can you see? Hi
Yes.
HR, please review and approve the appointment letter for Rilwan Ogunyemi. Thank you. So now, the interesting part. If you notice, there's no need for the HR manager to, to wonder what this email about. There's already a clear information. This information that is here can be twisted and be tweaked to whatever it is that you like, right? So it's very easy and seamless so far you understand how the automation works. So it's the subject of the email is already clear: approval required, appointment letter. For who? Immediately I open it, I can see is an appointment letter for Rilwan Ogunyemi. So if I like Rilwan Ogunyemi to work with our company, I click on approve, right? So I click on approve. It tells me this got its thanks, right? So going back to the automated workflow, you will notice that this place that was waiting has now been executed. This if command is waiting if I approve or not. If I decline, it won't send an automated offer letter. So now it has downloaded that file and sent it to you. So everyone, please, in real time, check your email address. You should have received an automated appointment letter with all the information that you provided.
Okay, hold on, please. Let me check. All right. Yes.
Treasure, please, I would like to ask for a request. If possible, if you can share his screen so I can show us how the letter you received, how it looks like.
He should be able to do that. He's a co-host. So really if you're on your system or your phone and you are okay with doing that, you can go ahead to share your screen so that we can all see in real time the letter that you got from HR confirming your position as an AI automation engineer for the year 2025, December 1st, with a salary of 1 million naira. I'm manifesting it for you, so please go ahead. Let's get your real time offer letter.
It's showing that absent is still presenting.
Okay. Yeah, you can also present at the same time.
Then
If you want me to pause, you can present.
Okay, I think I can. Let me. Can you see my screen now?
Not yet. You can't see your screen yet.
It's supposed to be on now.
No, if you're presenting, just click on the share button. You can't see it. Or can anyone see it? I can see claps and let me know if it's just on my end.
Okay. I think we can see your screen now.
Okay, so this is the email. I've got it. Congratulations, really want to email. Please email before November 29, 2025. This email was sent automatically with anything. So this is the letter, I
This is your
guess.
appointment letter. That's so nice.
Okay, so this is the offer letter. Dear everyone of me, we are pleased to offer you the position of AI automation engineer with a salary of 5 million per month. We believe your experience and
1 million, no, it wasn't 5 million.
this role and our official joining date is December 1st, 2025. Please review, sign, and return this appointment letter on or before November 29, 2025 to confirm your acceptance. Date issued 11/28/2025. Congratulations. Best regards, Afisat, along with the HR manager. Wow.
Fantastic. Congratulations, really one. Amazing
Thank-
stuff.
Many thanks, many thanks, many thanks.
Looking forward to seeing you on your start date so that you can get across it. Thank you so much, really one, for participating. Hi, Happy Sat. Over to you.
Okay, thank you so much. So, Riluan, how do you feel? How does everyone feel? You can drop a reaction to tell us how you feel about what you just saw.
Really one is excited. Really one cannot wait to start
Thank
his
you.
new job.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I actually needed a congratulatory email like that. So it
You
feels
receive one soon, don't worry.
yeah,
It's on the way.
amen.
All right. Thank you. Afisat, I guess that's it, correct?
Thank you so much.
All
That's
right.
one of the joys of automation. Somebody wrote something that I have no experience, and I was wondering that you don't need to have any experience. Honestly, I also do not have any experience in tech or in HR or thereabouts, but it was easy for me because the coach that we have, they are hands-on and they will explain to the letter. I also came with the idea of I don't know this thing, but of course, you get to know everything from A to Z. And the interesting part is the fact that it's a no code. And you need to keep learning on your own. Since you can now use other generative AI, you know how to prompt better. You'll be taught all of that. You can now go to Claude, you can go to Gemini, you can go to ChatGPT, prompt it better, and you'll be able to solve any error that comes your way. This automation that I created also came with errors when I was creating it. But I have the support of the coach. That's one of the beautiful things. You still have the support of your tutors, and the 10 analytics are large. You can always run back to them if you encounter any error. So thank you so much for having me.
Afisat, you could not have done a more better job. I don't even know if I need to sell at this point. We just need to hire you because my heart is full of joy. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate the gesture, taking out time to show us what you were able to learn. Yeah, please, everyone, shout out to Afisat. She's super amazing, and I know how hard she even worked on her presentation that she can come and show you to each and everyone. So thank you so much for joining today's call. It was really, really lovely to have you. Okay. All right. So I think you can stop presenting your screen so we can get back into how to make money with AI. Okay. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Yeah. All right. All right. Okay, so I can see all your lovely comments, your reactions. You guys are superstars. You guys are OGs. Thank you so much for your reaction and participating and paying attention end to end. So let's just go back to my phone presentation. Okay. So I can see someone asking, oh, what if I want to send bulk emails? Yes, you can do that. Trust me. All you need to do is put that into the prompting, put that into the notes, put that into the trigger, and you should be able to do it end to end without no problem. What I love anything is just as Afisat mentioned, you don't need to be a techie. You don't need to be someone that has any necessary code skill to do it. It's a plug and play thing. Just make sure you have your trigger. If there's any JSON script that needs to be written, anytime does that for you. If you want to prompt ChatGPT, it does that for you. And at the end of the day, it either populates your response on a sheet if that's what you want, or if you want it to do something like connect it to your email, your Gmail account, you can do it without any hassle. And that's the beauty of AI. And that's what we keep trying to speak to people about. So even if you want to send bulk emails, if you want to send offer letters to 1,000 people, just state it, and then those emails would go according to the workflow. Okay, so there was even a particular time that we were trying to create tailored resumes for different roles. This one was not just one, but we're looking at tailoring 10 resumes at a time. You just need to structure the trigger time. Trigger after the first 5 resumes, this is what you need to do. Second, you just need to give it proper instructions, and it's going to give you your output and your results. Okay, so it is very interesting. This is just the HR aspect. There's the data aspect to it. There's the finance aspect. There's budgeting. There's the medical. There's the research. There are lots of things you can do with AI, but you really just need to put your head down, get the necessary skills, and you'll be one of the high flyers. Very soon, you could be competing with really one in his AI automation engineer role. You're making 2 million, it's not even 1 million, it's 5 million. That's what really one wants to make at the end of this. Okay. All right, so beautiful presentation by Hapisa. We also want to show you typical things that you would be learning potentially if you go through or go ahead with the program. Okay, so now let's talk about how to monetize these AI skills. It is one thing to be an AI data analyst, an AI automation professional. It is a very different thing to be someone that is earning in dollars. Okay, and realistically, you can earn up to 60,000 USD per annum if you're looking at foreign roles. And for coming back to the home base, Africa, you're earning anything between 800,000 to 2 million naira, okay, professionally. So why do we even bother to look at AI skills? I know it's been quite rampant across the world or get into AI, but why did we bring it home that, this is very important for you to learn? It is based off the World Economic Forum. For the World Economic Forum, it is clearly stated that there are certain skills that are going to progress as the year comes by, and then there are some that are going to decline. So if you're talking about the skills that are going to progress, it is stating the data skills and AI related skills. And that's why we focus on, if we're looking at helping Africans, helping Nigerians getting started into tech, what skills should we look at? And that brings us to the next aspect. If you can look at the slide, this is taken as World Economic Forum. This is not Analytics Business, or it is from the World Economic Forum. You can see there are certain skills that stood out. There's data and AI skills, talking about big data specialists, fintech engineers, AI and machine learning specialists, data warehousing. So these are data and AI skills. And then HR, human resource, you're hiring every day. Talents are so important. As people are losing their jobs, other people are getting new roles. So talking about if you're looking at having organization development specialists, and then business analysts are not left out of the whole scenario. They're talking about business analyst professionals. So looking at the different businesses and stating, these are the loopholes. These are how you can improve your processes. And at the end of the day, meet your necessary business goals and objectives. So this is what we also have as a high flying course that individuals need to learn, or skill set. And now my favorite, maybe because I'm biased, a project manager. We're going to be working on different projects, because even AI itself is a project that different individuals are tackling. There are different software projects, construction projects. Projects can be in any form of size. You can have financial projects, you can have content projects. Okay, projects are supposed to be temporary because they have a goal and it's for you to meet that goal. So projects are also a high in demand skill. So now, how can you merge and mash all these different aspects to make sure that you are among the top flyers? If you're saying, it comes to the roles that will grow in 2025 to 2030, you are among. So now HR, project management, business analysis, data analytics is one aspect. We have traditional individuals that do that. But there is a way to spice up your resume, spice up your profile. If you implement the AI aspect to it, you have a stronger chance of landing better opportunities. If you go to many of the job opportunities, now majority of the JDs are asking you, do you have AI related skills? Even as a project manager, even as a data entry specialist, or a virtual assistant. So that is why we figure that we need to get on this to ensure that Africans are taking the necessary skill sets that will give them right paying roles at the end of the day. So, out of these 5 career pathways, I want you to put it in the chat. Which of these do you think piques your interest before I break it down end to end? And you might change your mind after, but I want to know right about now between AI automation engineering, between data analytics, business analysis, projects management, and HR analytics. These 5, tell me which of them you're interested in. Please go on, please go on, please go on. All right. Have it. Let's have it. Let's have it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I want to do my own analysis right about here. I can see a lot of AI automation. I mean, are people sleeping? We have over 72 people on this call. So let's have your favorite interest. Out of the 5 that you can see on my screen, which do you think is important or you're interested, just based off me looking at it? Because I'm going to break each of them down and then we'll discuss them end to end, their benefits. None is better than the other, just so I clarify. Every of them are high flying costs that you can make money in, but they are all good in different ways, and that's what I'm going to show you. So we have AI automation engineering, taking the lead. There's business analysis, data analytics, HR or project analyst, data. Okay, so I can see quite a number of variations. Seriously, no one just wants to learn. All right, Samuel, that is fantastic. HR, data, project management, AI automation, and data analytics. All right, so I love that there are mixed reaction. That means there are different courses and different pathways that individuals can get on. So let's talk about each of them on a case by case basis. So moving on to the different programs, we have what we call AI automation engineer. Like I mentioned, I'm going to talk about the 5 courses, and at the end of the day, you choose which one resonates more with you based off the conversation that I have mentioned here. So kicking off with the first of the bunch is AI automation engineering. I'm talking about AI automation engineering. What are you looking at? As an AI automation engineer, please don't be scared about the name. I have a lot of people that join Clarity and say, oh, Treasure, oh, you're talking about engineering. Do I need to have a scientific background? Do I need to be a tech person? Do I need to know how to code? You don't need any of the aforementioned. You just need to be willing to learn. Willing to practice, and willing to put in the work. If you do all these steps, you're going to be an experienced AI automation engineer professional. So when you're talking about AI automation engineering, you're talking about how to build large language models, how to build AI agents. For those that be using ChatGPT, let me write a letter to my boss. But there are better ways to state it. There are better ways to prompt your AI tool, and you're going to be learning prompt engineering. For those of you that have gone on any of those financial platforms, mostly the banks, they're already implementing things like chatbot system where you have to deal with a chatbot. I think Zenith Bank is Ziba. There are just quite a number of them that you just reach out to. I think there's one that is Leo. There's just a lot of chatbot system that you speak to. At the end of the day, it gives you responses. But you can also implement it by yourself for your website. You can implement it and sell to other organizations as well. You can be the one that creates chatbots and conversational AI agents for organizations as well. That's one aspect of AI automation. The other aspect is your current workflows, sending out emails, writing tasks, creating reports, doing dashboards. These are repetitive activities. Cleaning data sets. Imagine someone sent you a data set with over 10,000 rows and columns of messy data, missing data, things that you can't even read and understand. And then you have to go through all that, and at the end of the day, make specific insights. So what we'll be looking at end to end is how to improve your workflow from start to finish. Anything that can be automated, you automate. Just like Afisat mentioned, she was using N8N in itself to send job hires, their offer letters. If you go through this particular video, he is working in a university, he's looking at grading his students tests as well as exams and give them scores. So instead of having to do that manually, Imagine having 1,000. We know how universities can be very big, and he works in an open university. So having to grade all this end to end can be a bit tiring. But with tools like N8N, you can get it done in a matter of minutes, and you have your report ready, you have your dashboard ready. If you want to present to any of the stakeholders, you can easily do that end to end. And this is why AI automation engineering is very important. That regardless of whatever industry you are in, whether it's in the health sector, whether it's in the educational sector, finance sector, you are majorly looking at automating your process end to end. And that's what we're looking at doing in AI automation engineering. For this, you're going to be learning different tools like N8N, there's Flowwise, there's Airtable, there's Claude, there's Crew AI. There are quite a number of tools. And before you ask, the classes and the specific tools you're working with are going to be free. For the duration of the class, you're not going to be paying any money to learn any of these tools. What we're majorly looking at is for you to be able to have that practical skills. So let's go over to how the curriculum looks like. So if you're looking at AI automation engineering end to end, these are the things you're learning from week 1 to week 8. And by the way, it's a 2-month program. So you'll be learning things like, the foundation of AI automation and LLMs. You'll be talking about RAG, talking about automated workflows, talking about AI agents that can do a lot of things for you, talking about voice and conversational agents. And finally, how can you monetize the skills? If you've heard me speak from the start, you know that I continuously mention you have four pathways. It's either you're getting a full-time role, you're getting a freelancing opportunity, you are creating a particular workflow or product that you can sell to organizations, or you're talking about specific tools. If you go on tools like platforms like Upwork or what they call it now, Fiverr, you would see that there are individuals that look for just N8N installer, someone that can teach them end to end on that particular process. You can see individuals that are looking for projects that you should be able to work on as an AI automation engineer. The good part about it is, Treasure, I'm a lawyer. I don't have any background or experience. So how am I even going to apply for these roles? And that's why you see that on Sundays, we have mini projects. This mini project is not for fancy. One is to ensure that you do have the technical competencies, for the activities that you've learned that week, you can actually deliver on it. And secondly, is to build your project portfolio. Because one of the most important aspects, especially when I do interviews, when I, ask people, tell me about a time when you worked on an actual conversational AI agent. What was the process? What were the risks or issues you had, and how did you resolve it? If you don't have the technical know-how, you've not done anything related to that, you will not be able to give proper responses, and that's where you start having issues. So what we look at is, this is not a Coursera course where you want to watch videos. It is a course that you would learn. You put, I would say blood, sweat, and tears, but you put sweat into it to ensure that you have that skill set. And once you have the skill set, it is now working on your project portfolio. Now, once you have your project portfolio built, if I'm going to your LinkedIn, what am I seeing on there? Do I say anything in relation to AI automation? Because recruiters, when they look out for specific roles, they have keywords they look out for. And if you don't have it on your profile, you would not be in their top search. That's why you see other people getting roles and you not getting a particular role. So we would also help you optimize your LinkedIn profile, and then we would also help you with your CVs. Some people's CVs are very, for lack of a better word, distasteful. Like, how would you be having 3-4 pages worth of information that doesn't even relate to AI automation, and you're applying for an AI automation engineering role? So we'll look at how to streamline your CV to match with the particular JD that is being requested for. And it's very important. I'm a career coach, so I've looked at people's CV, and it is nothing to write home about. Look at people's LinkedIn profile, and on a day-by-day basis, all you're doing is reposting other people's posts, and you are waiting for miracle, manna to fall from heaven. So you have to put in the work, and would be guiding you end to end on how to do this and achieve your goals set out for this, especially if you're looking to get a job opportunity. And at the end of the course, you're also going to be getting an internationally recognized certificate, because Tenalytics business is based out of an offshoot of Tenalytics. So the certificate you are getting, it is going to be accredited by the American Council of Training and Development. That's why we can conveniently tell you that you can get roles anywhere in the world with this particular certificate, because we've had individuals that have gotten visa sponsorship, gotten roles in the US, gotten roles in the UK based off this. And one fantastic thing is Tenalytics is partnered with a lot of organizations across the world. So if you do really well, You're among our top flying students. We help with placements. So these are all the different opportunities and benefits if you go for any of our program. Okay. So that being said, that's for AI automation engineering. So for AI automation engineering, this is what you'll be working with. So now moving into generative AI for data analysts. That's if you're not going for the AI automation aspect. How can you make money and earn better as an AI data analyst? So if you're looking at a data analyst in itself, traditional core data analyst, I started learning that, but trust me, I ran away. Because when you started getting to SQL and we're supposed to write queries as how I didn't come here to code. I just wanted to learn how to analyze data. Typical things like that just put me off the course end to end. But now you guys, life has become easier. You don't need to what's the word now, you don't need to have coding skills or tech skills or all that. AI is here to make your life easy, and it's just for you to put your head down and get started with it. For data analysts, instead of you going through the traditional aspects, talking about tools like Excel, Power BI, Tableau, SQL, well, how can I clean my data set and have actual dashboard at the end of the day without having to stress? If you give me rows and columns of data, I don't want to stress on that. I want to be I like simple things. I like life being easy. I want to be able to do that in a short amount of time. And that's where the AI and data analytics come into play. So there are a number of tools that you have, like Bricks AI, Quadratic AI. If you joined one of our master classes, our students actually showed how he made use of Bricks AI to clean up his entire data set. He was able to create a dashboard. So all this period that you're taking out time, oh, do these functions to clean this data set. Then I'll now state, oh, this is the pivot tables I want to use. After that, I'll now say, this is my dashboard. Doing color coding, doing slicers. You don't need to stress on that. This is an advanced way of being able to achieve that with minimum energy, minimum effort. So it's working smart. That's the end goal. Okay. So even for SQL, where you need to write queries, this day and age, even ChatGPT can write queries for you. Even for those people that are coding, they still make use of ChatGPT to write some of their codes. So we are far ahead of those times where we still go through manual process. So for AI and data analytics, you start off from foundational aspects. After you start off on, please, if you have questions, just either put them on the chat. I'll come to that, or you raise your hand. So once I'm done with the presentation, I will go ahead to take questions. We have foundation of generative AI and data analytics, AI automation, building as an AI data analyst, the tools you need to learn, how you can use AI to visualize and create your stories, and then the advanced AI tools you'll be working with end to end. And my favorite aspect, how you can make money with it. If you are calling me on that, yes, that's what we'll be looking at the end of the day. And this is also beginner friendly. You don't need to have any background in tech. If this is your first time hearing anything tech related, you'd 100% be able to get into this course. And at the end of the day, you live with being an experienced professional. When Afisa started, she started as an HR professional. Now she's an AI HR analyst. So you can see there is a world of difference between all this. Okay. Like I mentioned, your projects will be done at the end of each week, and at the final stage, you do your capstone project that reviews all the things you'll be learning on a week-by-week basis. This is what we look to achieve for AI in data analytics. So AI in business analysis, you are not left out. As a business analyst, creating documents like your process mapping. And why I love business analysis is very close to project management, and that's where I'm kind of like focused on. Creating your process mapping, talking about your road flow, your workflow as well, talking about your operations on a day-by-day basis. Your major work is to look at the business end-to-end and say, oh, these are the issues that you are facing, and these are preferred solutions. These are your recommendations. You can have ChatGPT, you can have AI as someone you brainstorm with. There's one we call Perplexity AI. Perplexity AI is so fantastic that once you give it the business case study, this is the particular issue that this business is facing, it gives you different root causes, some things that you might not have thought about ordinarily. So this is an unpaid assistant for you. Now it help you end to end to say, oh, these are the issues that your companies are facing, and this is how you should resolve them. Okay. And this just makes your work easier. Okay. Talking about your requirements gathering at the start of the process, you need to speak to stakeholders, get all the necessary information, get a sign off on your document. But instead of you having to manually deal with this process, this is where AI business analysis come into play. The AI tools would help you gather those documents. If you are working on a software project, your PRD document, you're working on businesses, your BRD document. So talking about things like this that takes time to create, you can do it in a short amount of time and more effectively than what you would have originally done. I'm not saying we're taking away the human factor, but I'm saying how can you collaborate with AI to be able to achieve your day-to-day activities. And that's why we're looking at AI in business analysis. So coming about into the curriculum itself, you're going to be focusing on projects processes. So this is slightly close off to project management. So the entire project life cycle, how you create your roadmap, how you look at automating your workflows, your structure end to end, and that's where you have AI in business analysis. Like I mentioned, these are fully practical sessions. It is not theoretical. I'm not going to be talking a lot in that session. Your facilitator will show you, oh, this is what you need to do. At that point, you have your laptop, you are doing it. If you have an issue, you raise your hand, the whole class sees the issue that you're facing and sort of learns from it, and then you take it away from there. If after the class you still have an issue, you can easily reach out to your facilitator. Oh, sir, ma, or treasure, this is the issue I'm facing. Let's get on a call and we work through the issues, and that's about that. Okay, it's a very strong collaborative process. And then for human resource, I think Afisat did so much justice, but I'm going to go over that. For HR professionals, one thing that I noticed that they struggle a lot with is talent acquisition, as well as managing reports, performance reports, activities on that line, or what's your attrition rate, or what's the performance of this particular department over that. So like Afisat clearly showed us on the call, how can you use AI to be able to send job offers to thousands of hires? Okay, that's one aspect. Coming into the process, how can you screen the different CVs? We talked about that yesterday in our master class. So there are different angles to using AI as a HR professional that makes your work process easier, faster, and smoother. Okay, so instead of you racking your brain having to analyze, oh, why are this particular set of people exiting the company? Why are this particular set of people performing well? What's the attrition rate? Okay, what is the retrenchment? What's the trend of people resigning from your organization at this point? Okay, so these are the different aspects that we have for AI in HR analytics. If you are learning this end to end, you're also going to be starting off with foundations, and then you grow to being an advanced AI HR analyst professional, and how you can implement this end to end in building your workforce to make sure that you have the right type of staff. Okay, and then finally, for the last but not the least, AI in projects management. Okay, talking about projects management now, projects temporary, you're going to be doing a lot of 2, 3, 4 projects if you're a portfolio manager. So this is not just for projects managers, it's for projects managers, product managers, and people in that line. Okay, so projects, you're dealing with different documents like create your business case, create your project charter. Treasure, have you done your Gantt chart? Gantt chart is one of the most annoying things to get started because it differs for each project. You cannot have one type of Gantt chart that works for all type of projects. So it just makes it a lot harder moving through the processes, and that takes a lot of time to create. If you're a project manager, you can easily agree with me. Creating things like your racing matrix, your WBS structure, and things in that light. But if you have an AI tool that can help you with templates, all you need to do is prompt. How can you ensure that you're moving your project at a very fast pace? Some of the important things we like to say in our projects are making sure your projects are on time rather, within scope, within budget. But it is a lot that gets you to that point. Okay. And then that is what AI project management looks to help you to achieve end-to-end for this particular program. So it would help you from the entire project life cycle, starting off with the initiation process, your project initiation, right down to the project closure. So if you're looking at it end-to-end, what are you using this AI tool for? So typical AI typical tools that we use on a day-to-day basis, talking about Notion, Asana, ClickUp, Monday, all of them now have AI tools, but not a lot of people are aware of how to make use of these tools. And we're going to show you that end to end in this particular program as well. And it will be taking you from, like I mentioned, initiation right down to closure. So for all of the programs here, these 5 programs, it is going to be done practical sessions. It is going to be on the weekend. So we're looking at classes Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then Sundays 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. That is the schedule. The schedule is going to be for 2 months. And then finally, if your hand is raised, I'll come back to your question. And finally, classes are going to be recorded. So just like you see, there's a recording for this session. There's always going to be a recording for the sessions that you have. And if you have any questions, you can always go ahead with your questions. Okay. So coming back to this, I just wanted to show you end to end on the app what it looks like. Now, Treasure, how can I get started? I saw someone saying that, oh, this is not free. Absolutely, it is not free. It is value for money. And then we've trained a lot of people. We've trained over 2,000 students. So it's not like this is our first rodeo. How can you get started today? So beautiful thing is we have 2 cohorts that are looking to get started. We're looking to get started on. There is the December cohort and then there's January cohort. If you're looking at getting started in December, classes are going to be starting 6th of December 2025. And then we have another cohort starting 10th of January 2025. But there's a very important, fantastic news. We are running our 5-year anniversary discounts. Okay, so this is a discount that we're offering once in this year. That's going to be happening. By next year, it's not going to happen. This is just going to be for this particular set of individuals. If you are going for the course starting 6th of December, or if you are going for the course starting 10th of December, we are doing our Black Friday anniversary, 5-year anniversary off. Okay, so how does that affect pricing? So if you are looking at my screen right about now, we have all the 5 tools outlined. For all the courses, it is 200,000 naira. But then we are doing 50%, we are doing 50% off for some courses and others 75% off. That means instead of you paying 200,000, you can pay 100,000 naira. So let's take it to this next one. I think this divides it a lot better. And instead of you paying 200,000 for any of the generative AI courses, you are just paying 50,000 naira for them. Good part is you don't need to make the payments all at once. You can make the payments in 2 installments and you still be able to get value. You still be able to start, whether you're starting with December or you're starting with January. If you're starting with the December cohorts, you pay your 50,000 naira right about now. You lock in your discount now, and then you are paying your balance at the end of December or at the end of January. Okay, that's for the AI automation course. If you are going for any of the generative AI, that's the most interesting discount we've had so far. That's 75% off. That's instead of you paying 100,000 or 200,000 naira, you are paying just 50,000 naira. One of the things we've been discussing up and down for 2 months course to be able to get employability support, also to be able to get an internationally recognized certificate, you're just paying 50K. Good part is you don't need to pay that 50,000 naira at once. You can pay in 2 installments, 25,000 naira now and 25,000 naira on or before the end of December if you're looking to start in December, or on or before the end of January if you're looking to start in January. Okay, so these are the programs that we have offering. And if you want to look at the people that we've worked with end to end, there is so many success stories. I can't even play all of them. So if you have these materials, you can go through it end to end. But I want to ensure that we finish this particular masterclass on time. So I'm going to go ahead to open the floor for questions. So if you have any questions, you can raise your hand, you can drop it in the chat, and then I'll take your questions. But just so that I can reiterate this aspect, because it's one of the most important aspects, the discount that we're offering right now, we started off with 50 slots. That was 2 weeks ago. If you joined, especially people that have joined any of my master classes, we started off with 50 slots. As of now, we just have 8 slots left. 8 slots for now, and then that discount is over. So if you come back to me either tomorrow, next tomorrow, depending on people that make payment today, we have over 66 people on this call. many of people that make payment today, the discount will be off. So I typically would recommend, it is end of month, before you use that salary to go and enjoy for December, this is an investment into your future, especially if you are looking to get a high paying role, if you are looking to, support the current platform or this current role that you are doing, you are looking to transition into tech. It is just for you to secure your discount with that amount, and then that's even if you're not starting in December, if you're starting in January, just lock in your discounts now, and then you are able to benefit from it end to end. So if you have questions, this is a good time to ask. And if you don't want to speak, you can also drop on the chat. So I'm going to give everyone access to be able to unmute their mic. But for you to ask your question, please just raise your hand. It could be in regards the training session we had before with Afisat. It could be in regards the course program, and I would respond to your questions as soon as possible. Okay. So let me just give everyone access to unmute their mic so that we can start taking questions. Okay, 1 second. Okay. So, Uche, please go ahead with your question. Please, if you have questions, raise your hand. I'm not saying. Yes, Uche, please go on. Hi, Uche, are you there? Hi, Uche, are you there? Okay, I'm not getting any feedback from you. Okay, so let's move on. Uche, if you have issues with your mic, you can drop your questions on the chat. Okay, so let's have Ozioma. Hi, Ozioma, please go ahead with your questions.
Hi, good evening.
Okay, good evening.
Okay, the first one is if someone is learning the AI automation engineering course, like if that's what the person pays for, can the person be able to create models for data analysts or HR, or is it that if you're learning it, it's just basically for other automations, but you can't do anything as regards business analysts or project managers?
Okay, fantastic question. So AI automation, okay, I think I need to do like a difference. AI automation looks at workflows, okay? So it is not specified to, data analysis or HR analytics. It's talking about workflows end to end. That workflow still involves data analytics in itself. But when we are taking the class, we're not going to be focusing on, data analysts, business analysts, to just be general case scenarios. But if you're looking at specific, I'm a data professional, I want to use AI to, improve my activities end to end, then you're looking at AI in data analysis. But if you're looking at AI automation, it's looking at automating workflows regardless of your industry. It is not looking at specific. So AI automation is more general based. AI for any of the programs that we've mentioned, it is specific to that particular sector or industry that you'll be getting your information for end to end, which I hope that clarifies.
Yes. So, for instance, I'm a project manager, but I want to go for the AI automation engineering class. If I go for it, will I be able to do anything like by myself as regards that field with the knowledge I'm getting from the automation class?
Okay. Yeah. So if you're going for AI, please can you mute your mic because I'm getting feedback. Okay, so if you're going for the AI automation class, even as a project manager, you are going to benefit from the automation of workflow. Because when I started, even if you are doing N8N in AI and project management, N8N in AI automation end to end talks about workflows beyond projects itself. So you will be getting key knowledge for the projects that you're working on or the different workflows in terms of the tools you're creating, in terms of the documents you're creating. But now it's not going to be a step further. So you're getting more knowledge apart from the typical tools you're going to be working with. So like talking about workflows, talking about let's take an example. You're working on a software project and you want to create your SDLC. You can do that using anything. You can also do that using Perplexity. So, but you have a lot more options as an AI automation specialist because you are not limited to just the project space. It is beyond that. You'll be having other aspects to it, but you can also implement the automation you've learned end to end in N8N or whatever tool you're working with as an AI automation specialist in project management. But the only difference is you're not going to be focused on project management during the course, but it's a transferable skill from AI automation engineering into project management. Does that clarify?
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah. Who's mic? Give everyone access. Chia, please, I'm going to mute your mic because it's giving feedback. Philip as well. Yeah, going back to Ozioma, I hope you've been clarified so far. Hi, Ozioma, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm clarified. I just understood what you said. So right now, as I've paid for the automation engineering class, course I've registered. So there's no need
Okay.
trying to start. I'm going to pay for generative AI for project managers again. There's no need doing that.
Yeah, there's no need, but if you want to get like, you can still join the AI in management as well. Okay.
Sorry, what did you say?
Yeah, so I'm talking about if you also want to get specific, okay, in terms of your project life cycle end to end, because AI automation would not focus on that, but AI in project management will focus on your project life cycle and show you how AI can benefit you in that niche. Even if you're going to get from the AI automation aspect, but focusing on your own niche as a project manager, generative AI would also be able to benefit you in that aspect. So you can either just focus on AI automation end to end, or you can also take a course in AI and project management, whatever works. But if you take just AI automation, you can transfer your skills into the AI and project management. Ozema, I hope I'm able to answer your question.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right. I see a lot more hands raised. Now I'm just one person. Hi, Ijoma. Please go ahead with your question.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Please go on.
Okay, my question is regarding the program, you said it will start 6th of December and it will
That's
run through next year. It's for 8 weeks. So I want to
correct.
know, will it be running every day or are there specific days for it?
Okay, so classes are going to be Saturdays and Sundays. So Saturdays 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and Sundays 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. If you are going for December program, that's December 6th to February 8th. If you are going for the January program, that's January 10th to March 1st. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
All right. So which of them are you registering for? Do you know which of them you are going for?
Yes, I would like to go for the AI automation.
Okay, please. Okay, David, sorry, I didn't see your question, but I'm going to check the chat now. Please, if any other person has questions, you can always raise your hand and I'll come back to you. Ijoma, please go ahead to register, lock in your slots so that we can so you can benefit. It will make no sense if we're having a conversation tomorrow and I tell you, oh, the price is now 200,000 naira. So we have over 49 people now on this call and people are already making payments. So let me go back to David's question. David, is cloud computing not also a futuristic course? How can we link it with AI? Okay, so all right, I think that's a very, very good question. How does AI help cloud computing? So it's a very strong combination and there's a very strong interrelation between both of them. So when it comes to things like managing or like infrastructure management, you can have automated infrastructure management where you are able to sort of manage and optimize your cloud resources, like looking at your servers, looking at storage and network. How are you able to predict like when traffic would increase and what the auto scales look like for these different resources? Talking about reducing your downtime, just talking about like lowering costs. This is where AI can come into play in helping cloud computing. Now looking at it from a cybersecurity aspect, how can you improve your security end to end? How can you ensure that you can detect threats before it actually comes into play? And this is how AI can help enhance cloud security. So when there are malwares, when there are cyber threats, when there's any specific unusual behavior, you can also automate your responses to security incidents as well. And end to end, it can help you with data processing. So just as you have data is the foundation of every and any business. It is also a foundation in cloud computing. It can help you automate your entire process, like data cleaning, help you with analytics in real time. So if you're looking at having a real-time dashboard, a real-time live dashboard, you can have that using AI in cloud computing. It can also help you with like enhancing your performance monitoring. So when you're monitoring things like your apps and your infrastructure, it can help you predict, predictive analysis, predict failures that before they even happen. It can also help you optimize performance automatically end to end. And then the good part is there are AI ops. There is adding AI to operations end to end. So looking at if you're sort of analyzing the different logs or when people do certain things, looking at their performance metrics, being able to generate insights from it at the end of the day. These are things that you can do using AI and IT and cloud computing as well, even for cloud migration. So there's quite a lot that you can do end to end when it comes to AI and even in the IT cloud computing space. And I think that would be a good fit for you for the AI automation engineer. David, I don't know if that answers your question end to end. Hi, David. You can give me a thumbs up if you are good or if you have any other question. Hi, David. Are you still there? Okay, I can't get any feedback from David. So I'm just going to go to the next question. So we have Okoro, who's here? Okoro Obie David. Please, I'm
Yes,
confused.
yes, yes.
Okay, David, what question do you have? You mentioned, please, can you give an
No,
overview of all?
yes, okay, yes, an overview. I'm just joining this link, and I just want to get an overview. I'm finding it interesting to participate in it.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so I'm just going to give you high level because I've gone through it before. So we have 5 major courses that we are talking about. There's AI automation engineering, there's AI in data analytics, AI in business analysis, AI in HR analytics, and AI in project management. So it's talking about end to end, how you can use AI to automate your workflow and improve your activities on a day-to-day basis. So we have the very first one, which is AI automation engineer, looking at improving workflows, ensuring that people are able to do their activities quicker and faster. Okay. So in terms of building AI agents, conversational agents, chatbots that you see on a day-by-day basis, or for you to be able to send emails, without having to manually type out those emails. That's where you have in AI automation engineering. You can also call it workflow specialist. And these are what we're going to be focusing end to end on this particular program. Looking at tools like N8N, Flowwise, Cool AI, Zapier, there are quite a number of them. And the growth trajectory, career trajectory for this is on a very high scale because you have the opportunity of earning in dollars. Even if you're in Nigeria, you're earning in Naira, you're going to be earning a high salary pathway or high salary range end to end for AI automation engineering. Going into AI and data analytics. So for a traditional data analyst, you're focusing on cleaning up data, analyzing and visualizing data. But what if you don't need to take all those long hours and days doing all that? What if you can do those processes in a short amount of time and get the same results or even better? Okay, so you have AI tools like Bricks AI, Quadratic AI, Zebra AI to do this end to end and ensure that you have your dashboard created as it should be. You have the necessary tools end to end. And you also have a better career pathway as an AI data analyst than a traditional data analyst. So these are what we focus on in generative AI for data analysts. AI to create. So is it AI to create queries, AI to create reports, dashboards, and things in that light. And then moving on from that, you have AI in business analysis. How can you use AI to sort of understand the issues and lapses of each of these businesses, ensuring that you can provide recommendation and looking at processes as well, the operations. How can you automate some of these responses end to end? And that's what we're looking at in AI in business analysis, creating your process mapping, your BRD documents. How can you generate each of these necessary documents for you to work with. That's where you have AI in business analysis come into play. And these things are done in less than 5 to 10 minutes. Things that take hours and days to get done, you do it in less than 10 minutes. And that's the goal for this. And then you have AI in HR analytics. As a human resource professional, you are majorly focused on talent acquisition, performance, people and culture, and things like that. So how can you infuse AI into a HR workflow? How can you infuse AI into the talent acquisition aspects or screening of CVs before they even come in to ensure that you have the right candidates that you are interviewing for? That's AI in HR analytics. And then when it comes to having your reports, comes to having your dashboard presenting to your stakeholders, the HR professional can analyze the data, generate insights from it, present it to their stakeholders, and at the very end of the day can recommend, oh, this is why this particular department is doing better than the other. So that's what you have in AI in HR analytics. And then finally, there's AI in projects management. So projects management end to end is managing projects to meet a goal and objective. Okay. So whatever project that you're awarded or you're going to be looking at doing end to end, or how can you infuse AI into that process, regardless of what the department that you're in. For the entire project life cycle, from initiation right down to closure, how can you implement AI into this? And that is where we have AI in projects management. So you have tools that we already use, like Notion, Monday, ClickUp, and the rest. But each of these tools have AI embedded in them that not a lot of people are even aware of. But with this particular course, you're going to be learning it end to end and how you can, make your work faster and easier. For documents that you need to present, like your Gantt chart, your recent matrix, your project charter, business case, how can you generate those documents? And that's where AI and project management comes into play as well. So this is just to ensure that you are able to do your activities faster and quicker, and you're able to generate more insights as soon as possible. Okay, based off that, apart from just the training, we'd also be giving you an internationally recognized certificate. We'll be helping you with employability skills. So talking about interview prep, helping with your LinkedIn, helping with your CV. At the end of the day, you're going to be getting a certificate, like I mentioned. So the classes are going to be over the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, and we're currently running a 50%, 50 to 75% discount. So instead of you paying 200,000 naira for this particular course, you're just paying 100,000 naira, and you can pay in 2 installments. So 50,000 naira now, 50,000 naira before start of class in December or in January. And then there's AI for data analyst, same flow. But instead of you paying 200,000 naira, just paying 50,000 naira. So 25,000 naira now, 25,000 naira before December and January. And that applies to the other courses. Hi, David. Were you able to catch that?
Yes, 100%, 100%. You did justice to it. I understand it 100%, man. Thank you very much.
Okay. So do you know which of the courses that you are interested in?
I've been going for between AI in data analysis or automated engineer, but more likely automated engineer. I'm just considering the I don't pay food, nothing instrumental.
Okay. So like I mentioned, to mute your mic because I'm getting feedback. Okay, so the discount is very much available. As I mentioned, 8 now, 6 slot left. So people are making payments, and once the discount is over, it reverts back to normal. So if you're locking your discount, you need to lock it right about now. I'm not trying to put pressure on anybody, but it's just the situation on ground, and I have to be honest. So nobody calls me or texts any of the customer salesperson and say, "Oh, you mentioned it's 50,000 rand in the master class." I'm giving you guys updates as the payments are coming in. So please just lock in your slot as soon as possible. I don't want to have a situation where anyone comes back to say, oh, you mentioned 50,000 on the call and they are telling me 200,000. This is the situation on ground. Okay. So if you are locking your discounts, please do that now. Hi, Ubon. You were here yesterday. How may I help you? Please go with your question.
Yes, I'm always here. All right. All right. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
All right. So this one is completely different. Okay. I don't know. There's this group. I mean, or will I call them group? It is Nabians.
Mm-hmm.
Nabians. So I just saw something online that Analytics formerly Nabian. So I don't know how that works. So and And I remember I registered for a data analysis classes with Nabian.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to start next month. I'm supposed to start in
Mhm.
December. Okay, so I made like a first payment of 30,000.
Mhm.
So I just learned that the analytics bought them over.
We
So
didn't buy. We acquired. We didn't buy.
okay, so now
Yeah.
and with that, that means like the focus is shifted now to AI. Okay, but I already made payments of 30,000. So I'm now thinking, so what happens to me? Like, is there a chance of me converting that money to AI analytics? I mean,
Yeah.
data
Analytics.
analytics. I mean, I don't know. Is that possible? Like, I've been trying to find a way to reach out. So I've not really been able to reach out. So I felt sorry I'm bringing this here, but it's a concern for me. So I just need it sorted out. So if
Oh,
that could be converted to my AI data analysis classes, then I'll just make the remaining 20,000 balance. I don't mind. So
okay. Yeah, that's a valid concern. I think someone reached out to me, one of the team members from Nebiant. So the courses for data analytics in Nebiant is still going to hold. It is not, we're not canceling their classes. We're looking at embedding some of their programs into what we already offer. But in terms of converting, I would need to revert on that. I dropped my number earlier yesterday, so you can still reach out to me and I'll give you a proper response. But I need to speak with the team and then we'll see how we can make consensus on conversion, and if someone is looking to move from Nebiant itself in terms of the course they are taking into 1096 business, what are the steps that they need to take. So I would revert on that. I can't give a full-on response here, but you have my number and you can always reach out to me. Okay. Hi Ubon, are you there? Can anyone hear me? Ubon, if you're speaking, I can't hear anything you're saying. Hi, Ubon. Okay. I would assume he can't hear me anymore, but I would look forward to, having that conversation with him. So I'm just going to go to the chat and see if there are any more questions there. Is this program different from the one I received for I was giving this is not the program, Uche. So please, are we going to have a recorded recap? Yes, you're going to have a recording. Please just go ahead to fill the attendance and you have a recording of the session. Um Tayo said, is the training taking into consideration data protection guidelines and adopting its AI capabilities? 100%. So if you notice, even for big platforms like Google, so we did a particular training for what they call it, a financial institution, and this was one of the major concerns that they had. Okay, if I'm using my Fathom note taker, that means Fathom is not protected by any regularities. So you just need to consider the particular AI tools that you're looking at. So Microsoft has Copilot, what they call it now. Google has Gemini. And if you're worried about data protection, they're already serving, they're already under the data protection umbrella, so to say, because all of us here are using a Gmail account. But what is in my Gmail account? You can't see it. And that means there is a level of protection and security for each particular user. And that is why for the AI tools that we're using, these are AI tools that are tested and trusted and actually covered by each of the data protection for the specific guidelines that are needed for those tools. So for them to host your information, for them to host the data that you're going to be using on them, it has to be verified to be under the AI ethics data protection organization. So these are the specific tools that we're using. So we took into consideration that aspect, and then those are the tools we selected for this particular program, regardless of the specific course that you're going for. So I hope that responds to your question. Okay, so if there are any other questions, the core multi-global sales, I keep filling the attendance, but I haven't ever received. Have you checked your spam? Have you checked your promotions? Because if you fill the attendance, emails they always go out. Okay, so if you check your spam and promotions, um That might be, or you could also have a firewall that blocks receiving certain type of emails, so that could also be an issue while you are not getting any of these emails. Okay, so I can see more payments come in. Okay, so now we have 5 slots left. So please, if you have any questions, I'm not even saying make payments, but ask your questions. It's a good time to always have clarity on whatever issues that anyone is facing. Well, please, if you also made your payments, go ahead to fill the form. If you don't fill the form, we can't see any payments that you made. Okay. He said, please can I reach out to the person regarding payments? Which okay. Yeah, you can reach out to me. I'm gonna drop my number on the chat. So anyone who wants to reach out to me in regards to the course, you can go ahead to do that. My number is on the chat. Um so that's that about that. You said, what 2 courses can I take together as a pair? So now these are things I would have to ask you questions, or I can't just say, oh, take AI automation or business analysis. So it kind of varies. Are you someone that enjoys front facing? Do you like having conversations with people like the way I'm speaking? Or you're someone that likes to stay behind the scene to analyze data and hand it off to another person to do the process? So if you can respond to that, that would also give me clarity. If there are things that you enjoy in regards to tech space, oh, do you enjoy coding? Do you enjoy analysis end to end? Or you enjoy having conversations? That would also determine what type of course you go for. If you are in a particular industry, are you looking to upskill or you are looking to transition out of that industry? That would also help determine what 2 courses you can pair. So the core multi-global, I don't know if you are comfortable with that. You can unmute your mic and then we can just have a quick discussion on that, and I can just guide you on, oh, what 2 courses would be good for you to pair. So the core multi-global, are you there? The core multi-global, are you there? If you are there, you can unmute your mic and then we can just have a quick conversation on that and I would make a recommendation. Or if you feel more comfortable dropping on the chat, you can also do that as well. So you have both choices to make. Okay, so while we're waiting for that, let's have more questions. Let's have more questions. We're over 39 on this call, and if you stay with me to this very point, that means you have a level of interest, or you have slept and forgotten your phone or your device. Whichever the case may be, I would really love to hear from you. So hi, Ijoma. I don't know if you've been able to secure your slots. Akobundu, Ijoma. Hi, Ijoma, are you there? Okay, I can see Uche's question. Please, does AI automated engineering involve coding and programming for me to choose the best course to do? No, it does not. That's the fantastic thing. It is a no-code tech skill. The different tools that you're working with is a plug-and-play situation. So if you were here when Afisat was presenting, you see that she created NA10. And for NA10, it's just looking at your nodes and your trigger. So you already have all the coding tools embedded in NA10. So all you need to do is tell it what it should do, and then it connects itself to other platforms, and at the end of the day, it gives you a response. So it is not you're not doing any form of coding, and that's why we really like these courses that we focus on. Is instead of reducing the emphasis on coding, because even now in this day and age, you have websites that are being created without writing a single line of code and with the use of AI. So Uche, you're not going to be doing any coding for this AI automated engineering or AI automation engineering. It is majorly how to make use of tools that already have the coding abilities in them, and you just directing it. So you're the overseer, you're the one giving it direction of what it needs to do. You're the one guiding it, but it is the one doing the major heavy lifting and work for you as well. Uche, does that respond to your question? Hi, Uche, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, all right. So Uche, please just go ahead to secure your slot. And for those of you that also want to register for the AI automation engineering, I know that's the higher end course. So you're looking at 100,000 naira can be quite high to pay just right now, or even 50,000 naira. If you have 25,000 naira, you can lock in your slots now, and then you pay your balance for the start of class, either December 6th or January 10th. So you don't need to pay we are very flexible with pricing. We just want you to be able to make a commitment fee, and that just gives you easy access to whatever program that you are looking to go for. So yeah, please, more payments are coming in. If you've not secured your slots, it will be a fantastic time to do that. Decor multi-global, I'm still waiting. So if you are there, you can unmute your mic to speak. If not, you can drop your questions in the chat. Okay. So I'm just going to be calling each and everyone to make sure that we are all good with questions and that before we wrap up for today's session, need to speak with someone to get clarity on trade. Okay, all right, that's for Okoro David, you're clapping. David, please go ahead and secure and lock in your discounts right about now, and then we can proceed from there. So let's look at the charts. Ijoma, I know you asked a question. Have you been able to secure your slot? Are you having any issues with doing that? Hi, Ijoma, are you there? Everybody going to
Yes,
bed?
I'm here.
Have you been able to secure your slot, Ijoma?
No, I haven't. I will join next year's but that is January's but right now I don't have the money. So let me plan towards it. So January I will join the next batch.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. January it will be 200,000. So even if you are going for January cohort, you can lock in your slots now. So if you're even going for any of the AI and project management or AI automation, if you have 25K, if you have 15,000 naira, you lock in your slots as against January. So when you're coming back in January, you're not hearing, oh, it's 200,000 naira. You're still going to retain your 50,000 naira slot. So that's the recommendation that we have. But if you want to wait to January to lock in your slot, that also works. But just thought to mention that as well. Another key thing that I would like to mention is if you're making payment or registration, there are two pathways to do that. You can either send your payment to the account details, you just transfer. So there's an account details, a CUDA account details that my colleague Tolu or Deborah are dropping on the chat. You have the CUDA account, you make payment to that, then you click on the form. You click on this particular form and you register. You put in your emails, upload your receipts and all that on here. That is if you're registering using the CUDA bank account. But if not, if you're registering on the website, they also have the opportunity to do that. Let's say if I'm going for AI automation engineering, all I need to do once I come to the website, it comes here. You see where it shows click register to secure your spot. Once you click on that, you put in your full name, your email address, put in your phone number. What cohort are you going for? December or January? You click on that. If you're looking at a full payment, you click on that. If you're looking at 2 installments, you click on that, and you go ahead to it moves on to proceeding for you to make payments. Once you do that, you're going to get on here, which is a pay stack aspect. Now you can either pay with card, you can transfer, you can go to the bank and make payments, you can use a USSD code. There's just a lot of options for you to pay on the website as well. So these are the two aspects in terms of making payments. So if you secured your slot, please ensure that you are filling the form as well, okay? Because it is one thing for you to make payments, because we've had a lot of people that made payments and decided that they want to dash the 90s business their money. Please fill the form. If you've not filled the form, you can also send a WhatsApp message to the phone number on the chat. They would also guide you end to end on how to fill the form. Okay, so once you've made your payment, you just secure your slot in that manner. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead to ask for everyone that's still on the call. Do you have any question? Adetunji has been very quiet. Brown just joined. There's Damilola, David, Eleanor, Ebuka, Mark, Ngozi. Everyone on this call, you can ask your question and then I would respond as soon as possible. Ozioma, just to confirm if you are good and you can go through the process end to end. Joshua Mark. Okay, yeah, Joshua has registered. I remember that. So if you have any question, please let me know now. Or if you want to join Clarity where you speak one-on-one with a professional. Someone's mic is unmuted. Oh, the call go well. Okay, all right. Yeah, please go on. People on mute. Don't mute. Go on. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, I was asking if I can pair any of the courses together. So, for instance, I'm more interested in data analytics, and I have a finance background. So, I'm looking at the possibility of taking the generative AI in data analytics and, yeah, for data analysts. But I don't know if I can do it in isolation and maybe get a job from there. That's like two questions in one now. If I can pair it with any other generative AI course, and then if I can do it in isolation and still be able to get, a job in data analysis.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So if you're looking to pair, I would recommend you do either AI in data analysis and AI automation engineer rather than doing AI and data analytics and any other generative AI, because that's a separate industry and niche end to end. If you are doing AI in data analysis and then AI automation engineer looks at workflow automation. So that means you also have the opportunity to be an AI automation engineer staff or freelance and stuff like that, and it doesn't affect or it doesn't contradict with all the information that you've learned in data analytics. But if you're doing data analytics and business analysis, it complements each other, but it's focusing on business data and one is focusing on general data. If you're looking at HR, that's you need to better understand human resources, you need to get their skills, their certifications you also need to have. If you're looking at project management, there are also certifications you need to learn. But if you're looking at AI automation engineering and AI and data analysis, it complements each other, because now you have the AI skills and knowledge to be able to analyze data, clean data, yada yada yada. But now you're also looking at workflows end to end, regardless of the industry. So it means like 2-in-1 opportunities for you. You can either have a full-time role as an AI automation specialist, and the good part is even as a data analyst, they can also ask you, what are the AI projects you worked on. They can be looking for a data analyst and an AI automation engineer, and you have the opportunity to merge both skills together. I don't know if that answers your question. Sorry, I've completely forgotten the name. And then if you're talking about getting Yes, we're talking about getting roles in isolation. You can 1000% do for each of them, because you're going to be having certification for each of them. You're going to be working on different projects. So you have 2 project portfolios. And when you're applying for roles, you would have 2 different CVs. So we'll not just merge all your experience into one. We'll do 2 different CVs tailored to the particular one that you're looking to apply for at that point in time. So that just gives you a better chance of getting a job opportunity for them. Okay.
Okay, so how do I merge them so as to avoid a clash? Because the classes seem to run simultaneously. So how then can I manage
Okay.
the time frame here?
Yeah, so since the classes are working concurrently, you take one now in December, and then you take the other one end of January, start of February for your next class. But you just register for both of them now, so that you're not paying 50,000 naira now for one and paying 200,000 naira. You can lock in your slot. If you're looking to lock for both of them, even in installment plan, that's 75,000. If you're looking to make full payment, that's 150,000. So you start one in December, you start one end of January, and then you are good to go.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Okay, so you can just go ahead to lock in your slots now, because more payments are in. And for those that have registered, thank you so much. You guys are superstars. Ozioma, I saw your hand raised. Please go ahead with your question.
No, you already answered my question as regards how you're doing. Like, if, for instance, I pay for the PM class, then how
Okay.
am I going to merge it? Because it's very obvious that the time for the classes are the same time, and then it's starting when the other class is still on. So how am I
Yes.
going to merge it? And then you were saying something, I don't know if I got it correctly. For all these AI apps, like all of them, you know that most of them, for you to use them very well to get what you need, you have to pay for the full
Subscription.
version so you can use it well. So right now, is there anything that the institution is doing like to cover that aspect for us, or we must be the ones to subscribe for the different things to use them to practice?
Okay, yeah, that's a very good question. So that's the same. The first question is in the same light with the core multi-global. So for those people that are registering for 2 courses, we know that December course is going to finish in February. So if you're finishing in February, that means you're kickstarting your other program in February to continue with that. So it is not going to clash. So if you're taking any of the 2 programs, it's going to just flow in that process. So you take one first because of the number of projects you'll be working on. It's not something you can do at the same time. We don't recommend you combining jumping from one class to another, it's not going to sustain you in the long run. So you take one, you complete it end to end, and then you move to the next one, just to ensure that you are able to cover all the necessary skills, questions. If you have issues, you sort them out, you're done and dusted with that, then you move on to the next one. Then moving to your next question in regards to tools. If you notice all the tools that we talked about, we didn't mention that you're going to pay subscription on any, because during the duration of the course, the tools you're working with are going to be absolutely free for the duration of the course. Once you are done with the course and you want to get benefit of the other subscription, what the packages has to give you, you can subscribe on your own. And subscriptions are no more than $10-15 for each of the ones that we are teaching you. But it doesn't mean to say that, the free version, you can't make use of it and get the necessary skills and values from those ones. So for the duration of your class, you're going to be able to use the package end to end without stress, without concerns or payments. But once you're done with your class and you're looking to subscribe, then you can go ahead to subscribe for those of them, just to get the added layer of benefits that what NA10 will give to you, or flow wise. You can go ahead to subscribe. So that's what we do for this particular program. Does that answer your question, Uzoma?
Yes, that's just it. Thank you.
All right. So Uzoma, please lock in your discount so that we can see you in class either December or January. Okay. So are there any other questions before we close out for today? Does anyone have any other questions? Diko, I can see you muted your mic. Please, if you have a question, please go on.
Okay, so the thing is, I already locked in my discount for generative AI in project management. So, is there a way? I know somebody asked something similar, but this is a different course entirely. So, I already paid for that one for projects, generative AI in project management. Can I switch to for data analytics now? And
Yeah,
then maybe.
absolutely. Yeah, you can. So just send your name, your phone number, and email address to. They're dropping the phone numbers on the chat, like the payment details. So just let me know what it is, and I will switch it for you back end, and we can sort that out. That's not a problem at all. So you see the place where the person is saying, oh, please also send your receipt here to this phone number. Send it to the phone number, and then once you've done that, we'll take it up from there. So your email, your phone number, your name, the old program, the new program, and what course you're registered for, so that I can just sort that out. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Oluwa Sijib, please just go ahead. Johan, sorry if I murdered your name. Please go ahead with your question.
Thank you. Good evening. Just confirm you can hear me.
Good evening. Yeah, please go on.
So I sent a message to the chat already, but I'm not sure you saw it. So
Okay.
I paid part payment for the automation engineer course, but I paid to the Paystack account on the website, and I went ahead to fill the form.
Yeah, I can see.
That was fine, right?
Yeah, that's fine. 100% fine.
All right, thank you. So also, there's no way for me to be able to like track and see that, okay, I mean, when I eventually want to pay would I just go ahead and pay to the account and then send a message, or is there a way I can
Yeah.
track it to see that, okay, I've fully paid?
So once you've made payments, you'll get a response, an email to that. Like once payment has been confirmed. Then for balance payments, we have a balance payment link. You can either pay to the same account details, that's CUDA accounts, or you can go to the website and pay, and you pay for your 2 installment plan and you just update it. We see it on the back end that, oh, this has been sorted, and then we would also notify you that you've made full payments for the program end to end.
All right, so just for confirmation, whenever I'm ready, now I just go back to the same, what is it called?
Yeah, same
To the
sites.
same
Yeah,
course and then just pay again the same way I
exactly.
did now. All right, thank you.
Exactly. All right. Okay. Are there any other questions? Abdulafiz Adetunji, are you still on this call? Okay. Ijoma, Blessing, Damilola, David, Adetunji, have you registered? Okore, have you registered? Eleanor, Ebuka, Okore, you're giving me a confetti. I'm quite confused though. Samuel, Udo. Okay,
Hello,
Yeah,
hello, good evening. Good evening, Trezor.
yeah, good evening.
I'm already part of generative AI data analytics, so
Okay,
I'm already
okay.
part. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. So let's see. David, Okechukwu, Okoro Ovie David, Samuel, and Yetunde Bello. Okay, I think Yetunde is, I'm not sure though. I've seen you quite a number of times in the sessions. Okay, are there any other questions before we wrap up for tonight? Olua Shijibomi, your hands are still raised. I don't know if that's from a previous. Please, is any link with this AI and cybersecurity? Absolutely. I explained that when I was talking about AI and cloud computing. So you're still just going to boil down to AI automation engineering to talk about like cyber threats, malware, and things like that, and how you can even predict these things. What type of responses to get or notifications to get once you have a security threat alert and things on that light. So it's also going to boil down to AI automation engineering, and that's the better pathway for you to get that information. So Okoro David, does that respond to your question, or do you have any other questions?
You do justice to it. Thank you.
David, I'm looking for your
I say you did justice to it. Thank you.
okay. All right. Any other questions? Okay, I'd assume there are no other questions. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining to this point. Looking forward to having you in class for either December or January cohorts. And then if you have any issues with registration, or if you also want to reach out to me to have a conversation before then, I'll drop my number on the chat. That being said, I think we can call it a night. Have a great rest of your evening and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, everyone, and good night.
Good night.